Hey everybody, Matt LaPlante here again. Got another video for you. This one is called Fear is Your Friend. And now that may sound very counterintuitive to many of you, but in the investment world, it actually makes a lot of sense. So there's two reasons why fear is your friend that we're going to go over. And the first reason deals with the return that you actually get because of fear. So let's say you have some money you want to invest and you go out to your local bank or credit union and say, I want to buy a CD, right? You're going to get 1 or 2% out of that. Well, because there's relatively little fear that you're going to actually get your money back, they're going to give you a relatively small amount of reward or return for that. Conversely, let's look at the stock market. Let's say, on average, the stock market historically has returned somewhere between 8 and 10%. Now, the fear of not getting your money back by investing in the stock market is way up here, right? Compared to the little bit that you have by investing in a CD at your local bank or credit union. So because the fear is so much greater by investing in a company, then you get potentially more reward. So that's reason number one. Fear is what allows you to get the return that you're getting. Now, I want to make this point because this is very important. You need to be wary of anyone that claims they can reduce all fear from an investment and still give you the great reward. That's just something that's just it's not possible. You can't remove the fear from the investment and still get all of the reward. It's not something that's possible to do. So be wary of anyone that says that. So reason number two that fear is our friend is going to be a little bit more having to do with our psychology and how we invest.
Okay, so this is what's called the investor psychology cycle. And what this is representing is this blue line that you're seeing here. This is actually just supposed to be the stock market. So it rises, it falls, and rises again, as we've seen throughout eternity, right? As long as the stock market's been around, that's what we've seen. And each of these dots is showing you the psychological state that you tend to be in as the market is in different portions. So, and I color coded it for a reason to be mentioned in just a minute. So, start with optimism. We're feeling excited. We're thrilled. The market's going up, and then we hit euphoria. Euphoria is the time when it just feels like nothing you invest in can go down. You just invest all you want. It's gonna grow, and it's gonna grow like gangbusters. Euphoria, I think, was best, or probably the best example of seeing it was back in the .com, 99, 2000, 2001, right in there, when you could buy just about any tech company and it seemed like you'd get 30% in a year, whatever, maybe even more than that. That was euphoria. Now, as you started to come down, you get anxiety, you're in denial about your investments, then you start to hit fear, and you're really starting to be scared that this thing's never going to come back. You panic, and then it keeps going down, and you are depressed. You're going, this is over. I'm throwing my hands up. I'm done with this nonsense. I can't take it anymore, right? Then it starts to come back a little bit. Start feeling a little bit of hope. You feel relief. Hey, maybe my investments aren't so bad, and then you're optimistic again because it's starting to rally. So, as noted by these arrows, this is actually the maximum point of risk when you're at the most euphoric, and the time whenever you're the most fearful or depressed is the maximum point of opportunity. So for most people, that is very difficult to comprehend that is the case, or maybe not to comprehend, but to actually act on, because your emotions are such a huge portion of when you choose to invest or not invest. And the dots, the colors, are actually trying to denote the more optimal times it is for you to be invested or to be investing. And so you can see as we get closer and closer to red, as you get more euphoric, that's actually terrible time. And as it comes down here, it's actually the optimal time, and so on and so forth. You can see that that cycle repeats over and over and over again. So the reason number 2 that fear is our friend is because the more fearful people get, the closer we probably are to the downside, and the more we should be considering, hey, maybe we should be putting some money to work. So there's your 2 reasons for why fear is your friend. I'll see you guys next time.